Add this powder to your coffee. The benefits may surprise you. If you're over the age of 60 and wish to maintain the strength in your legs, it's time to reconsider your habit of simply drinking plain black coffee every morning. My name is Dr. William Lee. For a decade and a half, my surgical practice was intensely focused on the intricate network of blood vessels, coronary arteries, heart valves, and other vital structures, the very things that can tragically lead to death within minutes if something goes awry. Yet, in my unwavering dedication to these critical systems, I inadvertently overlooked something equally, if not more, important: muscle. For years, I didn't give much thought to our muscular framework, simply accepting that muscles naturally weaken with age. This seemed like an unavoidable truth, a normal part of growing older, didn't it? However, a profound realization struck me, something that was never taught during my extensive medical school training. When your muscles begin to lose their strength, your heart is forced to exert itself far more rigorously to effectively pump blood to every corner of your body. This weakening of muscles directly contributes to diminished circulation, which in turn compels the heart to labor even harder, creating a vicious cycle that further diminishes muscle strength. It's a relentless downward spiral, a critical interconnected process that most doctors unfortunately fail to mention. And perhaps most alarming, falls, which stand as the leading cause of injury-related death among individuals over 65, typically originate not from balance issues, as many people mistakenly believe, but from inherently weak muscles. Just a few years ago, while meticulously reviewing patient records during a routine checkup, I stumbled upon an anomaly. A pattern that starkly contradicted everything I had been taught and accepted as medical fact. Some of my patients, despite being in their 70s and even 80s, were not exhibiting the expected age-related decline in strength. On the contrary, they were remarkably getting stronger. Their muscle mass measurements were not only holding steady, but were actually increasing. Their bone density showed significant improvement, and their inflammation markers, a crucial indicator that I closely monitor due to its direct impact on vascular health, were dropping substantially. A truly remarkable finding. Initially, I was utterly bewildered, struggling to comprehend what could possibly be causing these unexpected improvements. These patients hailed from vastly different walks of life, possessed diverse medical histories, and were certainly not adhering to identical exercise regimens. But as I began to delve deeper, posing more searching questions about their daily routines and lifestyle choices, an unexpected yet compelling common thread emerged. Each of them, without exception, was incorporating specific, special ingredients into their morning coffee. These weren't prescription medications, nor were they exorbitantly priced, esoteric supplements. Rather, they were simple, accessible items that could be purchased at any local grocery store, often rooted in time-honored traditional practices from various cultures across the globe. Driven by my own scientific curiosity, and frankly, a growing personal concern for the natural aging processes occurring within my own body, I decided to personally test all of these intriguing ingredients. While some proved ineffective for me, others delivered truly exceptional results. Specifically, 8 of these ingredients consistently provided the most significant benefits. And it is these 8 powerful additions that I am eager to share with you today. I will present them to you, ranking them in order from merely helpful to truly extraordinary. And pay close attention to ingredient number 1, the one I've intentionally saved for last, as groundbreaking research clearly demonstrates its ability to significantly improve muscle strength in individuals over 65. Yet, astonishingly, fewer than 3% of Americans are even aware of this particular life-changing benefit. Before we dive into this fascinating list, I encourage you to share your own coffee habits in the comments below. How do you typically enjoy your morning brew? Do you prefer it plain black, or do you already add something to it? Your insights are always valuable. Before we proceed with the list itself, it's crucial that you grasp the profound significance of this topic. After the age of 60, your body regrettably loses approximately 3 to 8% of its precious muscle mass with each passing decade. This might sound like a mere dry academic statistic, but I urge you to consider the tangible, real-world implications of what it truly means for your everyday life. It's about the fundamental ability to ascend a flight of stairs without gasping for breath, feeling utterly exhausted. It's about effortlessly carrying heavy grocery bags from your car into your home without needing to stop and rest midway. It's about having the stamina and vitality to actively play with your beloved grandchildren for more than just a fleeting 10 minutes without feeling completely drained. In essence, it's about preserving your independence, a precious gift that far too many of us simply take for granted until it heartbreakingly begins to slip away. And now, for what might be the most sobering and, frankly, the scariest part of this reality. Falls are not just a common occurrence. They are the leading cause of injury-related death among Americans over the age of 65. They surpass car accidents. They outnumber fatalities from fires. It is falls that pose the greatest threat. Compelling research unequivocally demonstrates that individuals with weak muscles face a 2 to 3 times higher risk of falling compared to those of the same age who possess healthy, robust muscles. An astounding 95% of hip fractures are directly attributed to falls. And tragically, among those who suffer a hip fracture after reaching 65, 1 in 5 does not survive the ensuing year. This grim statistic isn't typically because the broken hip itself is directly fatal, but rather because the ensuing period of being bedridden often leads to severe complications such as pneumonia, dangerous blood clots, and a rapid, irreversible decline in overall health. I am not sharing this information with you to instill fear, but rather to present the stark reality that the conventional medical system too frequently overlooks or avoids addressing head-on. The profoundly good news, however, is that you are empowered to take proactive steps and do something meaningful about it. There's one more critically important aspect I want you to fully comprehend. Chronic inflammation serves as a pervasive and relentless enemy, subtly undermining both your muscular health and your cardiovascular system. It insidiously destroys muscle tissue over time, while simultaneously stiffening and damaging the delicate walls of your blood vessels. What's truly remarkable is that some of the powerful ingredients I am about to reveal not only provide incredible benefits for your muscles, but also offer vital protection for your precious blood vessels, working synergistically to safeguard your well-being. Now, let's begin our countdown with number 8, cinnamon. This is a warm, fragrant spice that most people typically associate only with seasonal baking, perhaps conjuring images of delicious apple pie or festive holiday waffles. However, when thoughtfully incorporated into your morning coffee, humble cinnamon transcends its culinary role, transforming into a potent natural weapon that effectively protects your muscles at a fundamental cellular level, in ways that few people would ever anticipate. Cinnamon is rich in unique polyphenol compounds that play a crucial role in stabilizing your blood sugar levels throughout the entire day. You might be wondering, what exactly does blood sugar have to do with the health of my muscles? The answer is quite a lot, actually. When your blood sugar levels are erratic and unstable, spiking sharply after a meal and then plummeting drastically a few hours later, your body is forced to desperately seek an emergency source of glucose to compensate for this imbalance. And, regrettably, the easiest and most readily available source is often your own muscle tissue. Your body will ruthlessly break down protein from your muscles to convert it into glucose. Every single time your blood sugar surges and then crashes, it's another instance where your precious muscles are subtly eroded just a little bit more. Consider Daniel, a 69-year-old retired engineer from Jacksonville, who unknowingly experienced this destructive cycle for years. He consistently felt a profound fatigue every afternoon. His legs, he often remarked, felt as heavy as lead, and climbing stairs became an arduous ordeal. His doctor had informed him that his blood sugar was in the pre-diabetic range, but didn't yet warrant medication. His wife, who had a keen interest in researching natural health approaches, gently suggested he try adding Ceylon cinnamon to his morning coffee. Daniel, quite understandably, didn't expect much. But after approximately 2 weeks, he noticed a remarkable change. The debilitating afternoon fatigue had vanished. His energy levels remained consistently stable throughout the day, and his evening walks with his wife, which previously had to be cut short due to his exhaustion, now lasted longer and were far more enjoyable than before. A study published in PLOS One in 2025 further confirmed this powerful effect. In a randomized clinical trial spanning 12 weeks, participants who took 1,000 milligrams of Ceylon cinnamon daily experienced an average reduction in their fasting blood sugar by 8.59 millimolars per deciliter, a significant improvement compared to the placebo group. This beneficial effect was particularly pronounced in individuals with prediabetes or established type 2 diabetes. The method for using it is beautifully simple. Just half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon added to your morning coffee. It's crucial to note that it must be Ceylon cinnamon, not the more common cassia variety, which contains high levels of coumarin that can potentially harm your liver with long-term use. Ceylon cinnamon is readily available at most health food stores or can be conveniently ordered online. Cinnamon is an incredibly simple, safe, and inexpensive addition, proving that sometimes the smallest, most unassuming changes can indeed deliver the most profound results. But the next ingredient delves even deeper than simple energy stabilization. It directly contributes to rebuilding muscle strength at a fundamental cellular level. Let's move on to number 7, creatine. If you hear the name creatine and immediately conjure images of bodybuilders or young, intensely training gym goers, I urge you to reconsider that perception. Emerging and compelling recent research indicates that creatine may actually be even more vital and beneficial for individuals over the age of 60 than it is for young athletes. Allow me to elaborate on why this is the case. Creatine serves as the critical regenerator of ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which is the direct and immediate energy source for every single muscle contraction your body performs. Every time you rise from a chair, ascend a flight of stairs, or even tightly grip an object, your muscles are rapidly consuming ATP. And creatine is precisely what empowers your body to regenerate ATP quickly and efficiently, enabling you to keep moving and performing these essential daily actions. The inherent challenge is that after the age of 60, the natural creatine stores within your muscles significantly diminish. This reduction is one of the primary reasons you may begin to feel weaker, tire more rapidly, and experience a slower recovery time after any form of physical activity. Supplementing with creatine effectively replenishes this crucial fuel that your muscles are increasingly lacking. And if you harbor any concerns about taking a supplement, remember that creatine occurs naturally in foods like red meat and fish. Creatine powder is simply a concentrated, purified form of a substance you already consume as part of your regular diet. William, a 74-year-old retired construction engineer from Chicago, personally witnessed this transformative change within his own body. Over the past few years, his legs had been progressively weakening to such an extent that he found himself unable to stand up from a low sofa without firmly gripping the armrest for support. He began to live with a palpable fear of falling, started limiting his time outdoors, and increasingly felt as though he was gradually surrendering his independence. His son, a knowledgeable fitness trainer, suggested he try adding creatine to his coffee each morning. William, initially skeptical, dismissed it as something exclusively for young people. However, after approximately 8 weeks, he experienced a remarkable shift. He could stand up from a chair with significantly greater ease. He could now confidently climb stairs without relying on the railing for support. And perhaps most importantly, he felt a renewed sense of confidence and stability when walking. His pervasive fear of falling had noticeably subsided. A comprehensive meta-analysis published in Frontiers in Nutrition in 2023, which combined 22 randomized clinical trials involving 721 people over the age of 57, unequivocally demonstrated that creatine, when combined with exercise, led to an average increase of 1.37 kilograms in lean muscle mass and significantly improved both leg and chest strength. The International Society of Sports Nutrition now formally recommends creatine for older adults as a proactive measure to prevent age-related muscle loss. The method for using it is refreshingly simple. Incorporate 3 to 5 grams of creatine monohydrate daily, dissolved into your hot coffee. It is entirely tasteless, odorless, and dissolves completely without leaving any gritty residue. The true key to its effectiveness is consistent daily intake. Creatine accumulates in your muscles over time, and you can typically expect to begin feeling the noticeable difference after approximately 4 to 6 weeks. Regarding safety, studies that have tracked usage for up to 5 years have consistently reported no serious side effects in healthy individuals. However, if you have a pre-existing kidney disease, it is absolutely essential to consult your doctor before beginning any creatine supplementation. While creatine provides direct fuel for muscle contractions, the next ingredient addresses a distinct problem: how your body efficiently produces and utilizes energy throughout the entire day. Now we explore number 6, MCT oil or coconut oil. Adding fat to your coffee? This might sound counterintuitive, perhaps even going against everything you've ever been taught about healthy eating. But I urge you to give me a few minutes to thoroughly explain why this seemingly unusual addition could radically transform how you experience energy on a daily basis. After the age of 60, your body's cells gradually become less efficient at using glucose, that is, sugar, to effectively create energy. This cellular inefficiency is precisely why many older individuals often feel inexplicably tired by mid-morning, even after consuming a hearty, full breakfast. Your body simply struggles to convert sugar into a stable, sustained energy source. MCT, which stands for medium-chain triglycerides, operates through a fundamentally different mechanism. Instead of undergoing the complex and lengthy digestive processes that regular fats typically require, MCTs are rapidly converted directly by the liver into ketones. Ketones serve as an alternative, highly efficient energy source that cells can immediately utilize. And unlike glucose, with its characteristic peaks and valleys of energy, ketones provide a wonderfully stable, consistent stream of energy that can last for hours. Your brain, which remarkably consumes approximately 20% of your body's total energy, also functions exceptionally well on ketones, often experiencing enhanced clarity and focus. Consider Harold, a 71-year-old gentleman from Indianapolis, who lived with this energy predicament for years without ever truly understanding its underlying cause. Every day, around 10:30 in the morning, he would invariably begin to feel a slight shakiness, lose his mental focus, and occasionally experience bouts of dizziness. He found himself needing to consume pastries or drink juice just to make it to lunchtime, but these quick fixes only served to exacerbate his afternoon slump. His son, who was more knowledgeable about nutrition, suggested that Harold try adding a teaspoon of MCT oil to his morning coffee. Harold was, understandably, quite skeptical. The idea of adding oil to coffee sounded rather peculiar. Yet, after just 3 days, he noticed a remarkable difference. The troublesome mid-morning shakiness had completely disappeared. His energy remained stable and robust until lunch, without any need for snacking. And after a mere 3 months, he had lost an impressive 12 pounds of stubborn belly fat, without altering anything else in his diet or routine beyond that single spoonful of MCT oil each morning. A study published in Frontiers in Nutrition in 2023, conducted on people with an average age of 85, revealed compelling results. After 3 months of taking 6 grams of MCT daily, participants significantly improved their grip strength, walking speed, and overall leg function. Meanwhile, the control group, who were taking regular long-chain fats, showed no comparable improvement. A few important notes on how to best use it. Begin with half a teaspoon and gradually increase your dosage to 1 tablespoon over a period of a few weeks. Stir it very well or use a frother to ensure a smooth, creamy texture. Some individuals may experience mild digestive discomfort when first starting, which is precisely why you need to increase the dose gradually, allowing your body ample time to adapt. MCT oil powerfully demonstrates an important lesson. Your muscles do not run on sugar alone. The right kinds of healthy fats can genuinely keep you strong and energized, especially as you navigate life beyond 60. But while MCT oil provides clean, sustained energy, the next ingredient directly targets the building and repairing of the muscle fibers themselves. Let's look at number 5, milk or soy milk. This is arguably the simplest item on our list, yet it is also, paradoxically, one of the most frequently overlooked. Merely adding milk or soy milk to your morning coffee. The purpose here isn't simply to soften the bitter taste of coffee, but rather to actively protect and nourish your muscles every single morning. After 8 to 10 hours of sleep, your body enters a natural state of muscle breakdown. Throughout the night, when no food or nutrients are being ingested, your body begins to draw protein from your muscle tissue to sustain essential bodily functions. This is precisely why you need a quick source of protein as soon as you wake up, to halt this catabolic breakdown process and effectively shift your body into an anabolic, muscle-building mode. Half a cup of milk provides approximately 4 to 6 grams of complete protein, including all 9 essential amino acids that your body is incapable of producing on its own. And here's a crucial piece of information. Research consistently shows that morning protein intake is significantly more effective at maintaining muscle mass in older adults compared to protein consumed in the evening. Consider Barbara, a 76-year-old woman from San Antonio, who had faithfully been drinking plain black coffee for decades. She believed she was diligently avoiding unnecessary calories and doing something beneficial for her health. However, in recent years, she began to notice a visible thinning of her arms. Her grip strength had deteriorated to the point where opening a simple glass jar became an immense struggle, requiring her to ask others for help with even the simplest of tasks. Her son, a trained physical therapist, immediately recognized the underlying problem during a visit. He wisely suggested that his mother try adding soy milk to her coffee each morning. Barbara followed his advice, though she didn't anticipate much of a change. After approximately 3 months, she was delighted to find that she could once again open jars without any assistance. Carrying her purse no longer caused nagging shoulder pain, and at her regular checkup, her doctor confirmed a noticeable increase in her lean muscle mass. A study published in Frontiers in Nutrition in 2021, which tracked participants for 12 weeks with 10 grams of milk protein daily, demonstrated that morning protein intake increased muscle mass significantly more effectively than evening protein. The study also found a clear correlation. The higher the proportion of morning protein, the better the participants' grip strength. The way to incorporate this is wonderfully straightforward. Simply add half a cup of organic whole milk or protein-fortified soy milk to your coffee. It is advisable to avoid almond milk, rice milk, or oat milk, as they contain too little protein to make a meaningful difference in muscle health. If you are lactose intolerant, readily available lactose-free milk or soy milk are excellent alternatives. Milk provides the foundational protein your muscles desperately need every single morning. But the next ingredient goes even deeper, not just into muscle tissue, but into the crucial connective tissue that intricately binds your muscles, joints, and bones together, giving your body its structural integrity. If this valuable information is truly new to you, if no one has ever previously explained how your simple morning cup of coffee could be transformed into such a powerful tool for proactively protecting your muscles, then please take a moment right now and hit that like button. Your engagement is vital, as other seniors who are silently struggling with weakening muscles, heavy legs, and the debilitating fear of falling will only discover this video and its helpful message if you actively engage with it. Now, let's move on to our top 4 powerful ingredients, starting with number 4, collagen. If your sole acquaintance with collagen comes from anti-wrinkle cream commercials or popular beauty serums, then you are certainly missing a far grander and more critical picture of its importance. Collagen isn't merely for maintaining youthful skin, it is the fundamental structural glue that intricately holds together your muscles, joints, tendons, ligaments, and bones. Without adequate collagen, your entire body would quite literally begin to fall apart. After the age of 60, your body's natural production of collagen begins to decline by approximately 1% each year. While this might sound like a small, incremental reduction, when accumulated over decades, it profoundly explains why your joints start creaking, why your muscles feel stiff and unyielding every morning when you wake up, and why you require more and more days to recover, even after engaging in light physical activity. Collagen provides an abundance of specialized amino acids, glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, nutrients that you can almost never get enough of from your regular dietary intake alone. And crucially, without sufficient collagen, your muscles simply cannot attach firmly and effectively to your bones and joints, compromising their overall strength and stability. Consider Robert, a 72-year-old man from Tucson, who was a deeply passionate gardener. His cherished backyard garden had been his immense pride and joy for 30 years, but in recent years, his knees had become so painfully arthritic that he could no longer kneel down. His back would ache for days after performing even the lightest gardening tasks. He began to seriously contemplate selling his gardening tools and giving up the only hobby that brought him true joy. His compassionate neighbor, a retired nurse, intuitively recognized what was happening to him. She thoughtfully suggested that Robert try adding collagen to his coffee each morning. He wasn't entirely convinced, but he reasoned he had nothing to lose. After approximately 6 weeks, to his immense joy, Robert returned to his beloved garden. Kneeling down no longer caused him pain, and what truly astonished him the most was that he could now perform heavier, more demanding work than before without enduring days of agonizing aches and stiffness as a consequence. A study published in the British Journal of Nutrition in 2015, conducted on 53 men with age-related muscle loss and an average age of 72, demonstrated compelling results. After 12 weeks of taking 15 grams of collagen peptides, combined with resistance training, participants significantly increased their fat-free mass and quadriceps strength, far surpassing the improvements seen in the placebo group. There's one more vital fact that very few people are aware of. Collagen is also a major structural component of your blood vessel walls. When blood vessels lose collagen, they become stiffer, less elastic, and blood pressure tends to rise. Therefore, supplementing with collagen doesn't just benefit your joints, it may also profoundly support your overall vascular health. The way to use it is wonderfully simple. Add 1 scoop of unflavored collagen peptides, approximately 10 to 15 grams, into your hot coffee each morning. It dissolves completely, leaving no taste and no grittiness. Look for collagen derived from grass-fed cattle or marine collagen, as both are easily absorbed by the body. Collagen powerfully reinforces an important truth. Rebuilding strength isn't solely about lifting weights or consuming protein shakes. It's fundamentally about providing your body with the essential raw materials it gradually loses over time. And while collagen diligently repairs structure and helps keep you flexible and agile, the next ingredient actively stimulates growth at the cellular level, effectively giving your muscles the raw fuel they need to truly become stronger. Let's talk about number 3, whey protein. If you associate whey protein exclusively with bodybuilders or young fitness enthusiasts at the gym, please allow me to explain why it is, in fact, even more critical for individuals over the age of 60 than it is for younger folks. After you reach 60, your body develops a phenomenon known as anabolic resistance. This simply means that the amount of protein that was once highly effective at building muscle when you were 30 or 40 years old now has almost no discernible effect. Your muscles essentially stop hearing the crucial building signals from regular dietary protein. This is precisely why many older adults consume what they believe to be sufficient protein, yet their muscles, regrettably, continue to waste away. Whey protein is uniquely different because it is exceptionally rich in leucine, a special and potent amino acid that acts like a master key, effectively unlocking the muscle-building machinery even when your body is exhibiting anabolic resistance. Leucine directly signals to your muscle cells that it is time to build, repair, and grow. Without adequate leucine, regardless of how much protein you consume, your body simply cannot efficiently create new muscle fibers. Consider Helen, a 69-year-old woman from Minneapolis, who lived with this frustrating condition for years without truly comprehending its cause. Everything in her life began to feel inexplicably heavier than before. Her grocery bags, her laundry baskets, even her everyday purse. Her arms had visibly thinned, and she started actively avoiding physical activities for fear of utter exhaustion. She resigned herself to believing it was merely old age, an unavoidable fate about which she could do nothing. Her son, a knowledgeable personal trainer, strongly disagreed with her fatalistic outlook. He suggested his mother try adding a scoop of whey isolate to her coffee each morning. Helen, though still skeptical and thinking it was something only for bodybuilders, reluctantly followed his advice. But after approximately 8 weeks, she noticed a remarkable change. Her arms appeared fuller, her strength was gradually returning, and most importantly, she felt genuinely excited about physical activity again, rather than dreading and avoiding it. A study published in the journal Nutrients in 2018, conducted on older women over a 12-week period, showed truly impressive results. Whey protein, combined with resistance training, increased skeletal muscle mass by a significant 3.4 to 4.22%. Strength improved by 8.1 to 8.3%, and walking speed increased by an impressive 10 to 12%. The method for using it is quite simple. 1 scoop of unflavored whey protein isolate stirred into your hot coffee each morning. It is important to choose isolate rather than concentrate, as isolate is generally easier to digest and contains less lactose, making it more suitable for those who are sensitive. Stir it thoroughly so the protein dissolves smoothly. Surprisingly, the heat actually aids this process. Whey protein clearly proves a critical truth. Muscle loss after 60 isn't just an inevitable consequence of age. It is fundamentally about nutrition. By consistently providing the right fuel, you can maintain your strength and independence far longer than you ever thought possible. And while whey protein delivers powerful, muscle-building protein, the next ingredient brings a truly unique combination: protein, omega-3, and fiber, all contained within one tiny, unassuming seed. Let's discover number 2, chia seeds. These tiny, nearly tasteless seeds are often overlooked amidst the hundreds of supplements crowding supermarket shelves. Yet, when properly ground up and added to your hot coffee, chia seeds release a veritable treasure trove of vital nutrition that your muscles, joints, and even your brain are desperately craving. Chia seeds provide an unparalleled combination that very few single ingredients can match: complete plant-based protein with all 9 essential amino acids, essential omega-3 fatty acids in the form of ALA, and valuable soluble fiber. Omega-3 is particularly crucial because it powerfully reduces chronic inflammation, the silent enemy that relentlessly destroys muscle tissue as you age. Fiber plays a vital role in stabilizing blood sugar and promoting healthy digestion. And of course, protein provides the fundamental building blocks for robust muscle growth. However, there's one extremely important detail you absolutely need to know. Chia seeds must be ground before consumption. If you swallow whole seeds, they will pass through your digestive system almost completely unabsorbed. Their hard outer shell effectively protects the precious nutrients inside, and your body's digestive enzymes cannot break through that tough shell. Consider George, a 73-year-old man from Seattle who had lived with numerous health issues that he simply assumed were normal for his age. He suffered from poor digestion, stiff and aching joints every morning upon waking, and energy levels so consistently low that he felt compelled to take 2 naps a day just to make it through to the evening. His daughter, who was studying nutrition, thoughtfully suggested he try grinding chia seeds and adding them to his coffee each morning. George, not expecting much, complied with her request. But after only about 2 weeks, his digestion noticeably improved. His morning stiffness dramatically decreased, and after 3 months, at his routine checkup, his doctor was genuinely surprised to see that his inflammation markers had dropped significantly. George no longer needed those daily naps. His energy remained stable and consistent throughout the entire day. A study published in the journal Nutrients in 2021, conducted on 23 people aged 65 to 84 over 12 weeks with 3 grams of omega-3 daily, showed that isometric muscle strength improved significantly and inflammatory cytokines in the system decreased. Another study from the Cardiovascular Health Study found that people who consumed more ALA, the plant-based omega-3 found abundantly in chia seeds, had a remarkable 50% lower risk of death from ischemic heart disease. Omega-3 isn't just beneficial for your muscles, it powerfully protects your blood vessels and reduces inflammation throughout your entire body. Lower inflammation invariably means healthier muscles and a healthier heart. Using chia seeds requires a little bit of preparation. Grind 2 tablespoons of chia seeds into a fine powder using a coffee grinder or spice grinder. Add 1 teaspoon of this powder to your hot coffee each morning. Store the remaining powder in the refrigerator in an airtight container and grind a fresh batch each week to prevent the sensitive omega-3s from oxidizing. Chia seeds truly prove that sometimes the smallest, most unassuming changes can indeed deliver the most profound and far-reaching results. And while chia seeds provide steady, sustained energy, ingredient number 1 on this list goes even further. This is a nutrient so incredibly powerful that it can completely transform how you think about protecting your muscles after the age of 60. Finally, we arrive at number 1, turmeric combined with black pepper. This is the extraordinary ingredient duo I promised you from the very beginning of this video. While it might appear to be a simple spice mix in your kitchen cabinet, for individuals over the age of 60, this combination represents one of the most potent natural tools you can incorporate into your morning coffee. Turmeric contains a remarkable compound called curcumin, which hundreds of scientific studies have unequivocally proven can effectively reduce inflammation, protect your arteries, and even significantly help in rebuilding muscle strength. However, and this is the most critical piece of information that most people are completely unaware of, your body can barely absorb curcumin when you use turmeric alone. Only about 1% actually makes it into your bloodstream. The vast majority is simply eliminated. But here's where the magic happens. Adding just a small amount of black pepper completely changes this story. Piperine, the active compound responsible for the spicy taste in black pepper, dramatically increases curcumin absorption by an astonishing factor of up to 2,000%. That is not a typo, 2,000%. A mere pinch of black pepper transforms turmeric from a decorative spice into a truly formidable anti-inflammatory weapon. So, why does inflammation matter so much for muscle health? Chronic inflammation is the insidious, silent enemy that relentlessly destroys muscle tissue as you age. It actively blocks the crucial process of muscle protein synthesis, accelerates muscle breakdown, and significantly slows down recovery after physical activity. Curcumin directly targets inflammation at the cellular level, effectively turning off the signals that instruct your body to break down muscle. And there's one more profound connection I want you to understand. Chronic inflammation is also a sworn enemy of your blood vessels, contributing to atherosclerosis, stiffening vessel walls, and driving blood pressure upward. Curcumin, therefore, offers simultaneous protection for both your muscles and your blood vessels, providing a dual benefit. Consider Margaret, a 75-year-old woman from Phoenix who had endured chronic knee pain for years. This persistent pain threatened to derail her beloved 3-mile daily walk, a cherished habit that kept her healthy, active, and mentally sharp. She had tried various prescription medications and invested in expensive supplements, but nothing provided long-term relief. Her doctor briefly mentioned that turmeric might help, but cautioned that most people don't absorb enough to make a real difference. Margaret, with her innate curiosity, conducted her own research and discovered the crucial role of black pepper. She began adding half a teaspoon of turmeric and a small pinch of black pepper to her coffee each morning. After approximately 4 weeks, her knee pain significantly diminished. She confidently continued her 3-mile daily walks, and after 6 months, she felt confident enough to join a local hiking club, something she had previously believed she could never do at her age. A study published in Applied Sciences in 2025, conducted on 81 people with an average age of 68 over 16 weeks, showed that curcumin combined with high-resistance training significantly improved the 6-minute walk test, elbow strength, and fat-free mass. All of these results were statistically significant and incredibly promising. The method for using it is simple, but it needs to be done correctly. Half a teaspoon of turmeric powder plus a small pinch of black pepper stirred into your hot coffee each morning. The heat helps to effectively release the curcumin, and the black pepper ensures your body can properly absorb it. If you find the earthy taste of turmeric unappealing, consider adding a bit of cinnamon, another ingredient from this list, to balance the flavors, thus combining 2 powerful ingredients. One important note of caution: if you are currently taking blood-thinning medications, it is essential to consult your doctor before using high doses of turmeric, as curcumin can potentially affect the blood clotting process. And like with everything else, start with a small amount and gradually increase your dosage. So, there you have it. 8 profoundly beneficial ingredients you can thoughtfully add to your morning coffee to actively protect and nourish your muscles after the age of 60. Ceylon cinnamon works diligently to stabilize your blood sugar, thereby preventing your muscles from being gradually eroded bit by bit each day. Creatine provides direct, essential fuel for every single muscle contraction, keeping you moving with ease. MCT oil delivers stable, sustained energy from ketones, eliminating those unwelcome energy peaks and crashes. Milk or soy milk supplies crucial morning protein to halt muscle breakdown after a long night's rest. Collagen meticulously repairs connective tissue, ensuring your muscles remain firmly attached to your joints and bones, promoting flexibility and stability. Whey protein, with its rich leucine content, helps to overcome anabolic resistance, effectively signaling your muscles to grow and repair. Ground chia seeds bring a powerful combination of omega-3s to reduce inflammation, alongside extra protein and fiber for overall well-being. And finally, turmeric combined with black pepper powerfully fights inflammation, offering robust protection for both your muscles and your vital blood vessels. You certainly don't need to try all of them at once. In fact, I strongly recommend that you don't. Instead, begin with 2 or 3 of the simplest ingredients, such as cinnamon, milk, and turmeric with black pepper. After approximately 2 weeks, once your body has had ample time to adjust, you can then consider adding collagen or MCT oil. After another 2 weeks, incorporate whey protein or creatine. Finally, you can add the chia seeds. The key is to give your body sufficient time to adapt to each new addition. What truly matters most is consistency in your routine, not aiming for immediate perfection from the very start. If you are 65, 72, or 78 years old and you're experiencing your muscles gradually weakening, if your legs feel heavier than they once did, your arms appear thinner, and the looming fear of falling is beginning to subtly affect how you live your life, I want you to truly understand something profound. Current research does not support passively accepting this trajectory as inevitable. Your muscles are not permanently broken. They are simply lacking vital nutrients, lacking the raw materials, and lacking the comprehensive support they desperately need to repair, rebuild, and grow stronger. You have the power to make a different choice, starting tomorrow morning, beginning with that very first cup of coffee. Please, leave me a comment below. Which of these 8 powerful ingredients surprised you the most? And which one will you be motivated to try first? I personally read every single comment. And if you have a beloved family member or friend over 60, parents, grandparents, siblings, or dear friends, please share this video with them. You could genuinely help them protect their precious muscles and significantly prevent dangerous falls, all with the simple, accessible addition of these ingredients to their daily cup of coffee each morning. Take good care of your body. It is the only one you have.